Good to see you. Welcome to everybody who is here already. We've got Leo and David, and they are making the chat light up already. And
Woo!
Jonathan Caro. Yes, we are indeed breakfast all day demon hunters, but don't tell anyone. It's a secret. We don't want to show our patterns.
That's right.
We have a review of K-pop Demon Hunters today for you, which is very, very exciting. Let us know how we look, how we sound. Thomas, hi, good to see you. I think we are in the world now.
Well, all
Alonzo, do
right.
you see
I
us?
do see us. I've got past the ad, so yeah, it's all happening.
Hello and welcome. Great to see you. Happy Friday. Hi to Katie and Christine and Skate Alex. And Brian says sound is good. Hello,
Good.
Matthew Bird. Hello, Eli. Caught a live stream for once. Glad to hear it. Bill Davies says happy Friday. And Stephen says that our secret is safe. Sweet. Happy Friday. Good to see all of you. We did these are 2 weeks in a row now with the movie news live. I think things are kind of settling down a little bit. We are taking off the last week in August, but then we're around
Yeah.
during all of the film festival season stuff. Correct?
Indeed. Yes, I'll be traveling some in October, but I will be able to hop online with you.
Where are you going in October?
My
Can you say?
sister's daughter is getting married at the end of October, so I'll be going to Atlanta for that. And then ideally before that, I will be having a detour in Greenville. But it's all up in the air. We'll see what
I
happens.
see. Okay. Your sister's daughter, otherwise known as your
My
niece.
niece, yes.
Hello to Marty in Canada. And Angel is listening while he cooks dinner. Angel, what are you making and what time should we be there? Good to see you. Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters is indeed a phenomenon that we are finally catching up with. They are doing sing-along screenings the weekend of August 23rd and 24th. It's a Saturday and a Sunday. So far as I can see on Fandango, it's mostly like Cinemarks and Regals and Hawkins and like every or Harkins and every other chain but AMC.
Well, doesn't AMC have like ongoing beef with Netflix? Like, didn't they not want to show when they were doing like the best picture nominees like they do every year? That they didn't want to do like whatever the Netflix ones because of, territory? I don't know.
Oh, maybe that's it.
I think
Yeah.
that might be it.
Yeah, as All in the Game points out, pretty crazy that K-pop Demon Hunters is well on its way to being the most watched Netflix movie. We talked about that in our review, the fact that it is number 2 only to Red Notice.
Yeah, but it needs to wipe that record right out.
Yeah, Teddy says he's going to save K-pop Demon Hunters for your flight to Detroit. I'd watch it on a bigger screen if I were you. If you can.
And with better sound too, where you don't have like in the background because the songs are really good. But yeah, no, I pulled up the website real quick just to get an idea of like where it's showing near me, and I think you're right. It does seem to be all like real. It might be at the Alamo as well.
Oh,
Uh,
yes, yes. Alamo sent out a whole separate thing that they are doing the sing-along screenings.
yeah,
So
Cinemark,
that should be
Regal, Alamo.
fun. That'll be
Oh,
fun.
and the Look in Glendale and the Lemley Glendale, which are across the street from each other.
Oh, you could just stand in the middle of the road and just sing to
I
yourself
just
and
absorb it all. Yeah.
see what happens. Sam says the Netflix beef with AMC is confusing since Glass Onion was playing in AMC's for a week, if I recall correctly, but
Oh
everything
yeah.
else, nope. So, yeah, that's weird, but that was many
Hmm.
years ago.
Well, that was
Anyway,
not that many years ago. The Glass Onion was 2022.
yeah, a few years ago.
So yeah,
Anyway, it's weird.
yeah.
It's strange. But yeah, if you can go see it in a theater, please do. Netflix is doing a screening for us for press. So I'm gonna take Nick to see that. That will be his 5th watch of it and my 3rd. But like the songs are on the radio. We have reached critical mass
Yeah.
with K-pop Demon Hunters.
I had
So
to go
that
back and read the article, but there was a headline that was like, "This is not a phenomenon that would have happened in theaters. Like, this is the movie that people needed to find on streaming and be able to rewatch on streaming to become the thing that it has become." And that's kind of an interesting idea that, like, that yes, like theatrical is important, and we want to be able to see movies in a theater, but there are certain movies that work better as as this is their carrying system.
Yeah, but you had to have had people watch it at home over and over again
Mhm.
to merit, enough of a interest for sing-along screenings that we know
Sure.
the songs well enough. Yeah, that makes
Right.
sense.
But like as a theatrical release, would people have gotten the note well enough that the songs would be on the radio now? Like, who knows?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, and that's a topic that I love, the fact that songs from movies used to be big radio hits,
Oh
like
yeah.
70s, 80s. Like I wrote a whole big article about this, like and how movie music is so different now. So it's kind of cool to see that happen
Yeah, like
again. And these songs are really good.
The Bond movies, the whole thing was like the songs sell the movie, you know. So you have to sing about a thunderball even if you don't know what one is, you know.
Our friend Bill Davies has a question for you. Alonzo, did you mention that you're hosting a screening of Clue?
Oh, I have at some point, maybe not lately. Yes, if you're in Los Angeles next weekend on Sunday the 24th, Dave White and I are hosting a screening of Clue at the American Cinematheque at the Los Feliz 3 as part of their Friends of the Fest series. Linoleum Knife is participating this year. And it is the first time, it's a 40th anniversary screening, and apparently the first time in 40 years that Paramount has struck new prints with one ending. So it will be a single ending experience, which has been not the case for a very long time. They've been doing the triple endings for a long time. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah. Do you know which ending?
I do.
Okay. Don't say. That sounds very fair. So thanks for that. We're excited about that. So keep an eye out for our review of K-pop Demon Hunters, which will be out later on this afternoon whenever I edit it and post it. Speaking of music, and someone mentioned in the chat the Taylor Swift concert film bringing people to theaters. Taylor announced she has a new album. It's called The Life of a Showgirl. She announced it on Travis Kelce's podcast with his brother. It's coming out October 3rd. As people have pointed out, 10 plus 3 equals 13, which is her favorite number. Nothing's left to chance here.
Never, nothing ever. No. By the way,
Yes, and what
no, please.
I was gonna say, what's crazy about this too is that she wrote this whole album while doing the Eras tour. She wrote it while on the European leg of the Eras tour. So she would like do 3 nights in a row and then fly to Sweden and then go work with Max Martin on the songs.
Because heaven forbid she have some spare time, you know, a down moment where she's not producing a thing. That's oh wow, well, good for her. Speaking of pre-orders, just incidentally, Have Yourself a Movie Little Christmas second edition is out in 3 weeks.
Great. Say that
September
again
4th.
slower. You rushed
Sure.
that. That was very
Sorry.
fast.
The new revised and updated second edition of my holiday film guide, Have Yourself a Movie Little Christmas, comes out in 3 weeks on September 4th. You can pre-order it now anywhere you buy books online. Go to your favorite bookstore and ask them to pre-order it for you. I wish you would, because a lot of times when they get pre-orders, they think, oh, there's interest. We should carry this thing. But, you know, it's up to you.
Yes, good to know. We can put a link for that out in the world as well for pre-order. Is there a link for pre-orders already? Is that
There
possible?
is. There is. I'll send it to you.
Great, please. Or how about you can put it in the chat?
Oh, okay.
Can
We'll
you do that? Do that right now.
I
And
will.
people can have it immediately. Leo points out that also October 3rd is Mean Girls Day. What does that mean? What's
Oh,
Taylor
because
trying to tell us by putting
I
out
forgot
a
about
movie?
that. Oh, yeah. That's because Aaron Samuels and the thing. Good. Of course, it's also a Friday. It could just be a lucky coincidence, you know?
Yes, that too. So that is coming out. It was kind of cute the way she announced it. There was like glitter and confetti and excitement. Anyang to Christiane Alonso, says Benjamin. Anyang Haseo. Good to see you. Glad that you are here. Oh yeah, someone mentioned the fact that And Just Like That is over, which I never saw a second of in my entire life. Did you
Oh,
watch it,
man.
Alonso?
Oh, I watched every second of it and hate
Yeah.
watched most of it. Yeah, it was quite terrible. And the season finale or the series finale was both some of the best moments they've had so far and some of the worst. So I guess appropriate enough. But yeah, generally a letdown. The woman who wrote this really great book about the Mary Tyler Moore Show called Mary and Lou and Rhoda and Ted also wrote a book about Sex in the City, and she, I guess, has been periodically reviewing And Just Like That on the Wrap, and she wrote a rather devastating critique of the finale. I would urge people to go read it. But yeah, it was just kind of a mess, and I don't think it really honored the characters. Although I will say, Lisa Todd Wexley, one of the new characters, like every outfit she wore left me gasping, which that I was living for. And Sarita Chowdhury as Simo was perfection. And I would have totally watched a spinoff about her with better writers.
Seth, thank you for your kind donation. Yes, Seth is the one
Thanks.
who asked about And Just Like That.
Thank
I
you,
didn't
Seth.
see any of it. So why was it so bad, and why was everybody enjoying hate watching it?
It was just kind of tone deaf a lot of times, and you know, the jokes were clunky, and like there was literally episodes where I would just sit there with Dave and I would predict like 3 jokes based on the clumsy wordplay that they were setting up, you know. And you know, they were sort of torn between like, let's get into some serious shit, like let's give Harry, you know, prostate cancer, but then it just became a series of like boner / lack of boner jokes. Like that was all they could come up with for it. So yeah, it you know, they kill off Big so she can then try and rekindle things with Aiden again, but Aiden, it turns out, is the fucking worst, and you know, Carrie's the last person on earth to figure that out. So yeah, it was just a letdown. And I mean, the character of Che Diaz is going to go down in history as one of the dumbest TV characters ever created, the non-binary comedian that Miranda gets involved with. That was just entirely embarrassing, despite Sarah Ramirez's best efforts.
Oh, was it missing Kim Cattrall?
Oh yeah, it could have helped, I think. And at least this past season, they didn't mention her at all. Like the whole thing for the show was like they kind of wrote her as being off in London, and she would send texts occasionally. And then for the season 2 finale, they finally did get a Kim Cattrall in the back of a car on the phone with Carrie thing to like, yeah, we're all still buddies here, you know. But yeah, it just felt clumsy.
Oh, I wonder what kind of negotiating it took to get Kim Cattrall to come back for even that little.
I would like to
bit.
know. I would really like to know.
Jacob says it's Mother's Day here in Costa Rica. Happy Mother's Day to all who celebrate. Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
I will accept Mother's celebration greetings from Costa Rica. Our friend Ed Looney says, "Hey guys, catching up with this later. Have a great stream. Thank you very much for tipping into us." David says, "Alonzo, what movie are you most looking forward to seeing at Venice?" You're not going to Venice, right?
I'm not going to Venice. Here's the thing. I'm a gay guy with a very mouthily anti-Trump social media presence and 2 parents who were not born in this country. So I don't really feel super confident about leaving the country right now and thinking that I can get back in. Like our old chum Hassan Piker, the last time he traveled outside the country, flew into Boston, got taken to a second location and interrogated for 3 hours before they finally let him back in. So I don't feel comfortable dealing with customs and the border right now in the current 2025 situation, which means I'm not going to Venice, which sucks because my dear friend Dave Kittredge, his documentary Borman and the Devil about the making of Exorcist II: The Heretic is premiering there this year. And I so wish I could be there to celebrate with him, but I'm not going. So, oh well.
I had no idea that was the situation. I thought maybe they just didn't have the budget to send you. Did they ask you to go and you told them that?
Yeah. I mean, it's not so much a thing where like they ask me. Basically, my outlet, Film Verdict, would have arranged as part of this thing that like I would have been part of it. But yeah, here's the thing. Whenever I've gone to Venice, it's always been on Venice's dime. The Wrap certainly could never afford to send me, but Venice was like, "Hey, we'll fly you in, we'll put you up, please come cover stuff." And I was like, "Great, I would love to." And I could have done that this year, but I just didn't feel comfortable doing it, so I didn't.
Interesting. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that all makes total sense, and it all sounds very needlessly complicated. Like, let's be safe, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Interesting. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, we will keep an eye from the US on the
Of
movies that
course.
are coming out in Venice and Telluride, and then Toronto's coming up in a few weeks. So let's take care of all of that. Thank you, E, for your kind donation.
Thank
E
you.
says, "Do you guys remember the Claire Danes masterpiece Homeland? Did you ever watch that show?"
Oh yeah, Ben and I recapped the last several seasons. Actually, that is one of the only shows I think I've ever watched that was like great and then terrible and then got back up to like good. Like usually once a show enters that slough, like there's no rescuing it. but seasons 2 and 3 pretty terrible, but then it got better, and like the last half or so of that show was solid and had some really great performances, including Claire Danes and Mandy Patinkin and F. Murray Abraham and Rupert Friend. But yeah, that was a great show.
I did not see any of it. Daniel Zambrano, thank you for your kind donation.
Thank
and I'm
you.
so sorry to read the message that you have sent us here. I'm a Latino immigrant and basically missed my mom's funeral last week, partly out of fear of getting back into the country. It's a reality. I am so sorry to hear all of that. We have both lost our moms, and so we're really sorry to hear that. What country are you from, if you don't mind saying? I'm really, really sorry to hear that. And there's folks sharing condolences for you
I'm so sorry.
in the in the chat here. That's really, really sad. So
You know, our colleague Carlos Aguilar has not been able to cross borders for years now because he's part of the DACA program, and is not in a position to re-enter the country. So, you know, it's a mess. It's a very complicated situation, and they're making it worse for people, and it sucks.
yeah, Daniel says he's born and raised in Colombia. Well, I'm really, really sorry for you and for
our
your family.
condolences.
That is awful. Yeah, but we are keeping an eye on movies here, no matter what they are, including the trailer for Marty Supreme came out this week. I know you
Yes.
don't watch trailers, but Alonzo, do you know what this is?
Yeah, this is the Safdie ping pong movie with the nutty cast in it, right? It's like
It's Timothée Chalamet and Gwyneth Paltrow.
right, but The Weeknd and a bunch of other like random people that are or are not in movies.
Yeah, it looks weird. It looks weird, but I have faith in any and all Safdies too.
Is this the first solo Safdie project?
No, right? Because didn't Benny do something solo? This is Josh, right?
Well, I mean, besides acting in Happy Gilmore 2, I mean,
And Licorice Pizza.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
He's the closeted city council
Right.
candidate. Okay, so Benny Safdie, did he direct anything on his own?
I think this might be like the Coens breaking up. Like this is I think this is the first one Safdie director.
Maybe. Let us know. But we're gonna have a review of Honey Don't next week.
Yes.
As a matter of
Yes.
fact.
Yes.
Speaking of, yes, Daniel points out Fran Drescher is also in this.
Oh,
Kevin
wow.
O'Leary and Tyler the Creator. Is Tyler the Creator? Is not The Weeknd.
No, I think both of them actually.
Is it both?
I don't know. I thought I read it where the Weeknd was also in it, but I could be wrong.
Oh, Benny did The Smashing Machine, which is this Dwayne Johnson movie that's coming out soon. So they went off and they made their own movies.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway, that comes out on Christmas. It looks weird, but I have faith, so we will definitely review that when that comes out. Did you see this whole weird thing with Park Chan-wook?
Yes, he and Don McKellar both got kicked out of the Writers Guild. And what is Park Chan-wook's defense for this?
It wasn't really writing. So the property in question is the Sympathizer, which is a show that we recapped on our Patreon. And supposedly they did writing on it during the strike. His argument is it was just editing, and that is not writing. But the Writers Guild is saying editing is writing.
Yeah, it's writing. Come on. I mean, it is, even if you're already working with an existing thing, it's like you're shaping it and molding it and improving it. And yeah, sorry, Park, that's writing.
So yes, so Christine says yes, Don McKellar, Canadian Don McKellar. Yes, that same one. But I don't know. I think it's a gray area, right? I don't know. How do they know?
As somebody
how do they
who
know how much was done?
As somebody who has edited a lot of copy in my day, I mean, I would never call myself the co-writer, but what I'm doing when I'm editing is using my abilities as a writer to make things flow better or make more sense or be clearer or more concise or whatever. So I don't know.
But that's writing physical words.
Right.
Right. So I agree. Like when I've edited copy, like I am tweaking phrasing too. I'm tightening things or whatever. But I think when you're editing
Wait, is he saying?
video.
Is it? Oh, okay. I thought you meant like he was editing text.
No,
You
I
mean
think he was
like post
editing the
production?
actual, yes, like the
Well,
actual finished product. Is
but
that writing?
but even that, I mean, look, people, you've heard this expression in every Q&A. You write a movie 3 times, once on the page, once on the set, and once in the editing room. So yeah, I mean, when you are in post, you are doing what you and I would normally do with a red pencil on paper, which is you're chopping things and you're arranging things and maybe moving things around. I mean, that is writing. I mean,
Right.
yeah,
People say you find the story in the edit,
exactly.
I don't know. I think that's really tricky. I think this is different. And I think they're being very, very persnickety. And Park Chan-wook will be just fine not
Yes,
being in the Writers Guild of America.
exactly. It's not like, oh no, his career is over. But I think if you're a labor union, you have to be tough about this kind of thing.
Yeah. Leo says they should kick Ryan Reynolds out for being a scab and writing on "It Ends With Us" during the strike. Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know. I'd heard that he'd done some uncredited rewrites. I didn't know that it happened during the strike.
Yeah. I think he wrote that whole scene on the rooftop
Okay.
where she meets Justin Baldoni.
Well, if he wrote it during the strike, yes, they should kick him out as well.
I do not know. We got a question from Teddy. Thank you, Teddy, for your donation. Teddy wants to
thank you.
know, have either of you seen Tig Notaro's documentary that won Sundance and was bought by Apple? It sounds amazing. I have not.
No, I'm not even aware of it. So
I have not.
we'll keep an eye out for it when it drops on Apple. Incidentally, we are going to be reviewing Highest to Lowest when it drops on Apple also in September, because it's getting a not giant theatrical release in the meantime.
Yeah, it's out today in very, very limited release. But we're going to review that, and we're going to go back and watch Kurosawa's High and Low.
Yes.
Which this is a remake of. Highest to Lowest is very different.
Yeah, they're both based on the same novel. I don't know if that Spike's thing of like, I'm not remaking the Kurosawa, I'm just also adapting the Ed McBain novel, but they have the same source material.
And they acknowledge that in the credits.
Okay.
Yeah, they say based on this, like in the gorgeous opening title sequence, all that phrasing is in there.
Gotcha.
So we'll do that. Yeah, Brent says I rewatched High and Low this morning. Very cool. I watched it this past week.
I have a ticket to see the new 4K restoration at the Egyptian later this month. There's Janice is putting out like 9 or something Kurosawa films in new restorations.
Which is why Kurosawa is a subject of our Off the Menu poll this month on our Patreon.
Yes, and everyone chose Ikaru or Ikiru. I don't know where the accent, which syllable gets accented. Anyway, but we're going to be reviewing that, and that's also an exclusive for our Patreon subscribers. So if you want to hear that review, click down below, join up.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Somebody asked about the movie Relay. Are we going to review Relay? That comes out next week. I will have seen it because I have to see it for radio. I don't know if we are going to do it here.
I do not have it on my docket at the moment, but if I can catch up with it, I mean, I'd be interested. I liked Hell or High Water.
I loved Hell or High Water. I know we're doing Honey Don't next week.
Yeah.
And it's a busy week. I'm on film week and we have a lot to see.
David and KCRW.
The Devo documentary is next week.
Ooh, yeah. Looking forward to that.
We're doing Splitsville, we're doing Honey Don't, and we're doing the Devo documentary.
Yeah. Small movie that we aren't doing here, but if it opens near you, I highly recommend a French film called Suleiman's Story. It won Best Actor and Best Film at Cannes Critics Week, I want to say. Lead actor is a first film. It's like he's a mechanic, but he went through a lot of the same stuff that the character did in terms of getting from Guinea to France and getting his papers. Gutting film, great lead performance. If it opens near you, go see it.
Cool. Yeah, I heard that was good. I was on Film Week with Beyondria July last week, and she was saying it was great. Brent says Relay is solid, and it has Michael Clayton vibes. And Brent, our friend Katie Walsh, I saw her last night at Honey Don't, and she was about to go do a Q&A for Relay, and made the same comparison. That's a lot like Michael Clayton.
Oh, okay. Say less.
Maybe we can catch up with it at some point. I would like that very much. What else do I have for you? Okay, Tom Cruise reportedly
Mm.
turned down a Kennedy Center honor. Supposedly he had a scheduling conflict. Giant air quotes.
Yeah. My favorite joke about this year's Kennedy Center lineup is Mark Harris on Blue Sky said, in addition to a medallion, all of this year's recipients will receive an asterisk.
Yeah, it's interesting. Why did Kid Rock not get an invitation?
Maybe it seemed too on the nose. I don't know. Yeah, here's the thing. This has always been an area that I think has remained fairly, apolitical. Like if you listed 10 Kennedy Center honorees and tried to pick like who got picked by George H.W. Bush versus who got picked by Obama, I don't think it would necessarily be obvious. But Trump, being Trump, of course, has to like step in and take over, and he's going to host it. And it's like, don't you have other things to be doing right now? Aren't you kind of busy? But no, apparently not.
Don't you have a 90,000 square foot ballroom to build off of one side of the White House? Yeah, the I hate talking about him here, but the announcement of him being like, I'm going to host them. I didn't want to host it. They made me. Like, I wish he would just do that shit. Like, that would be amazing. Like, go host your stupid award show. Go build your ballroom.
It's like how W just wanted to be commissioner of baseball. If we'd made him commissioner of baseball, we never would have had to deal with him as president. Trump just wants to be famous, and he wants to be on camera, and he wants people to kiss his ass all the time. And there are other venues he could be doing that wouldn't involve him dragging the entire country into a state of fascism. But here we are.
Yeah. Christine makes a good point that he's busy cheating at golf. Yes. So, supposedly Tom Cruise has some sort of scheduling conflict, and good for him. Thank you. Is it Sabin? Thank you, Sabin, for your nice donation. Pardon me. Will you review the doc My Mom Jane? At this point, maybe not. It's been out for a little bit. We did it on radio recently, and it's good. Have you seen it, Alonzo?
I have not, and I want to because I'm a huge Jane Mansfield fan, and it's been a lot of plates to spin, so I've not seen it yet. So yeah, unfortunately, we've kind of missed the boat on that one. But I hear good things, and I do want to see it. And congrats to Mariska Hargitay.
Yeah, it is really good, and it's really personal, and it's got some sort of intriguing meta qualities to it in terms of fame, in terms of the persona she was putting out to the world, and she was very savvy about that, and that she was much smarter than the blonde bombshell persona that she made her name on. So that was, there's some emotional stuff for Mariska Hargitay, because she never really knew her mom.
Sure, yeah.
Revisiting her, like really getting to know her. So it's very, very good if you guys have seen it. So that is out there. Also, for your movie going enjoyment, there's going to be a big Depeche Mode concert movie coming to IMAX screens on October 28th. This is the Depeche Mode M concert. It was a 3-night run they did in Mexico City. Fernando Frias is the director, and it just sounds really cool. It has to do with like the Mexican ideas of like death and rebirth, and anyway.
Okay. Oh, cool. And next week, right, is Sign of the Times in IMAX.
Oh.
Yes.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I went to see
that going to be?
Various IMAX theaters. I'll have to look it up. But I went to see Shin Godzilla this week.
How was that?
It was fun. They make it so cold at the AMC Burbank. I was like kicking myself for not having brought like a hoodie or something with me because I was freezing. But no, Shin Godzilla was a lot of fun. Packed house. Like it was. I'd not gotten to see it projected before, so that was cool.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's always fun to go and do that for sure. Our LA Film Critics group this past week showed Norma Rae. Did you go to Norma Rae?
No, it was the same night as Shin Godzilla, and I already had tickets.
There you go. Yeah, I was talking to Katie about this too. So Sally Field came, and Claudia Puig did a Q&A with her at the Egyptian. A movie that is not available streaming anywhere or rentable anywhere.
I mean, you can physical media. In fact, but because we just did one of our recent off the menus was movies about labor struggles, and it was. I realized you couldn't get it anywhere. So then when I went to Vidiots, they have a whole section of their store that's like not available on streaming. I'm like, y'all should put Norma Rae in here. And IMAX is doing Sign of the Times on August 29th. And
Oh,
locally, it's at Century City, it's at the Grove, it's at the Chinese, at
cool.
Cinepolis in Inglewood, at Universal
Ooh,
City Walk, AMC Burbank, the Americana, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, like all the big, I think your local big AMC IMAX or, big AMC IMAX will be screening it for one night only.
nice. Cinepolis is a nice place to go see a movie right by SoFi Stadium. A couple questions I want to get to here. Omar asks thoughts on the Vanity Fair layoffs. They're crazy. They're shocking.
Yeah.
A magazine that wants to focus more on Hollywood lays off like its main Hollywood writer and its main film critic. I don't
Yeah,
understand it.
these are bleak times for criticism, particularly, but arts journalism in general. Between the reassigning of people at the New York Times and the firings at the Washington Post, this is why we're all out here with our Patreons and our newsletters and everything, because the traditional modes of income are drying up for all of us. So if you enjoy this program, perhaps you should support us by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/bfastallday. Because yeah, it's shitty out there.
Yeah. Or subscribe to my newsletter at christylemire.com. I've got a newsletter that comes out every Saturday where all the things we do are there plus extra goodies. It's called Saturday Matinee, christylemire.com. Link to that down below.
Yes.
Yeah. Anthony Bresnikan, we were just talking about him on
Yeah.
Tuesday
Yeah.
in our weapons live stream because he had this great interview with Zach Kreger.
Mhm.
He does really, really in-depth stuff. I've known him for like 25 years. We worked at the Associated Press together
Yeah.
many, many years ago. He's a brilliant writer and does
Yeah.
great, long, thoughtful pieces. Richard Lawson is one of the best critics writing today. A
Yeah.
totally distinctive voice, so funny, so clever. He always finds a way to phrase something that, like, I wish I'd thought of that. He's
Right.
so good.
Astute he is.
Totally. Totally. And I don't know David Canfield's work as well, but like he also was let go this past week.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It is bleak. Yeah, I see a lot of friends taking the buyouts. It's at various places. A longtime friend of mine from high school, Adam Weisler, was a longtime producer at Extra. He is leaving there after 25 years. It's just anyway. Yes, support the work that you love.
Yes.
Teddy asks, "Have you seen Alien Earth? So much viscera." I would like to try to get to Alien Earth in some capacity. I hear it's great.
How many episodes is it? Do we know?
I don't know. Somebody please tell us how many episodes is Alien Earth. We are currently in the middle of Overcompensating and Sirens, and we've got Peacemaker coming soon.
Mhm.
But everyone I know who's written about it, my editor Brian included, saying like it's incredible television.
Okay.
I know.
Because I have to say, I feel a little burned on the Alien franchise because I think none of the last few movies have really grabbed me. So I don't know, but I'll give it a shot.
Yes. So Teddy says there are 2 available so far. There are going to be 8 total, says Jack.
Okay.
So maybe we can circle back to that in September. Yeah, I've heard all kinds of great things. Gage wants to know, have you guys seen Oh Hi? I've heard mixed reviews. Have you seen Oh Hi?
I have not, and I haven't really heard much positive or negative about it. Like I haven't seen any reviews, so I don't really know.
When Tim Grierson came and joined me to do Together, we
Mhm.
talked about how there's a similarity between Together and Oh Hi in
Huh.
terms of like insecurity in a relationship, and neediness and how that manifests itself. Brent says, "Oh, Hi was pretty decent."
Okay.
So
I like Molly Gordon.
I do too, very much. Thomas wants to know, do you see the trailer for Chris Stuckman's Shelby Oaks? Yes, that played before. I think it played before Together because that was also horror. So yes,
Hmm.
I've seen the trailer for that. I don't know when that's coming out, but that will be out in the world.
Yeah, it's playing Fantastic Fest, I think.
Okay, yes. Anyway, and also I want to finish by mentioning Danielle Spencer,
Yes.
D from What's Happening, died at age 60. If you grew up in the 70s and you watched the sitcom What's Happening, D was a scene stealer.
Yeah, she was a sass role model.
Yeah, great timing. I think she was only like 9 or 10, like 10 years old when that came out, right?
Yeah, she was really young when it started, but like just out of the gate, a really just sharp comedian, and then became a veterinarian.
Yeah, and she was in As Good as It Gets, right?
Yeah,
As a
as a
veterinarian.
veterinarian. Yeah, like right, like the year after she got her degree or something.
Yeah, Victor says D was the best. Yeah, because she had like great, like sharp comic timing, and she was like mean, and she was the voice of reason, but it wasn't in an annoying kind of like precocious kid
Yeah.
actor kind of
She was
way.
never trying to be cutesy. She was just like she was just
Yeah,
acidic. It was
and
great.
like a presence to her for a
Yeah.
young actress. Thank you, T Types. T Types
Thank you.
says, would you ever consider doing a review of Putney Swope from a new perspective called "Was It Great or Were You High"? I don't know Putney Swope.
Putney Swope is probably the best known film of Robert Downey Sr. It is a satire of Madison Avenue made in the late 60s, where basically an ad agency's sort of token black hire winds up taking over and radically changing the face of American advertising. I've never seen it either, actually, so I don't know. But yeah, it is, you know, it has its fans and its detractors.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, Teddy points out the Jeff Buckley documentary will be available to stream in a couple of weeks. Will eventually end up on HBO. It's really good. I did not know a whole lot about him. I knew, Last Goodbye, which is the saddest breakup song ever, and I knew his cover of Hallelujah, of course, but did not know a whole lot about his life. And the pressure that he felt. So, yeah, that's really good. That's out there. It's called "It's Never Over," Jeff Buckley.
Yeah.
So,
I knew Dave had to explain Jeff Buckley to me. I had no idea who he was. I knew the name and I knew he died young, and that was about it.
you didn't ever hear his cover of Hallelujah?
If I did, I wasn't aware of it because like that's a song that I used to like, and then Shrek ruined it for me. I think I don't know. It's I could happily never hear that song again, especially now that like Pentatonics is trying to turn it into a Christmas song. Like, no,
Oh
no,
gosh, I
no,
didn't know
no.
that. I didn't know that. And I knew Last Goodbye because Cameron Crowe put it on the Vanilla Sky soundtrack. Cameron
Ah,
Crowe always has good taste in music. But yeah, so it's a really good movie. And an interesting contrast with the Billy Joel documentary as far as
mm,
like pressure from record companies, pressure to follow up that first big thing, the
right.
pressure of fame, which so many artists deal with. So anyway, all good stuff there. Thank you all for being here. We will be here again next Friday, August
Yes.
22nd. That last Friday, we will not be here, but we're hoping to be more consistent with these because we love seeing you. We love chatting with you about whatever's going on in the world. So if we did not get to your question or your thought, please put it down in the comments. Thanks for sharing some time with us. Enjoy the rest of your summer and keep
Have
an
a
eye out
great
later on
weekend.
today for reviews of K-pop Demon Hunters and Nobody 2.
Yes. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.